Chapter 21. Dante awoke when he heard the bathroom door open. His hands felt numb behind him. He didn't sleep well that night, waking up often and finding himself still in this tub. He'd seen Garth use the toilet earlier, but the curtain had been closed, so Garth hadn't even noticed him in the tub. Dante had seen his small frame through the curtain, though, and did his best not to draw attention. He didn't know what Garth would do if he knew he was there. The familiar, imposing figure of Panzer appeared over him now, smiling down. "Today's the day," the giant said. "I had to convince Garth there was no time to take a shower. I don't want him knowing you're in here." Dante didn't try to speak with the tape still over his mouth. He felt tears falling down the side of his face, heard them fall on the porcelain. "I'm sorry for what's about to happen to you," Panzer went on. "If you want, I could knock you out so you don't feel the explosion." He raised his eyebrows and seemed genuinely curious. Dante was disgusted and merely shook his head. "Have it your way." Panzer kissed his forehead. "Goodbye, sweet Dante." Scout and Taylor found Duke outside the ballroom, scanning tickets from the many attendees. "I need to borrow your laptop," she told him. "What the hell for?" "I need to look up something." "Use your phone." "I don't have a data plan, fool. Please? It's important." He stared at her for a moment and then sighed. "Only you would insult me and then ask for a favor. Fine, but don't go snooping through my stuff." She waved his words away. "I already know about your incredibly disturbing porn. Thanks." She and Taylor headed for the escalator. Scout came to a dead stop when she saw Panzer and Garth coming up. They were dressed in their superhero costumes again. Panzer was holding that giant gray hammer and grinning at them. She grinned back as she headed down. "Hello, ladies," Panzer said, nodding toward them. "Hey," Scout said. "Hey, Garth," Taylor said. He smiled nervously but said nothing. His face turned bright red. Scout couldn't help herself. She kept her eyes on them as she rode down the escalator. Garth didn't seem to notice, but Panzer did. He stared back as he walked toward the ballroom entrance. "Where are we going now?" Taylor asked Scout. "Back to our room. I want to see what I can learn about those two." In the room, Scout booted up Duke's laptop and did an internet search on Panzer. She got a lot of results, but most of them had nothing to do with the giant man downstairs. She then did a search on Garth Hauser. Taylor told her his last name earlier. Again, she didn't find anything she wanted. "Try Ferguson," Taylor said. "What?" "Ferguson is his real last name. Hauser is his mom's maiden name." Scout typed in the new name and got a few promising results. An obituary showed up for a Californian man named Simon Ferguson. Scout clicked on it and read. Then she reread it. "What's wrong?" Taylor asked. "It says he had a heart attack. Garth told me that himself." "Yeah, but it feels weird to me," Scout said. "Wrong, somehow." "Like the dead cow?" Taylor scoffed. "Exactly. When I saw that cow, I got a strange feeling. Then I found out Cody had died. Now I'm getting that same feeling reading this story. That has to mean something. Besides, haven't you heard the stories about the 4 young men who died of heart attacks here in Dallas?" "I guess." Scout did more searching for stories involving people named Ferguson in California. She found another, more disturbing story about a woman who committed suicide in her bathtub. That's Garth's mother, Taylor said. That's awful, Scout said quietly. He told me about this, Taylor said. Did he say why she killed herself? She was upset about the series finale of your favorite show. Logical something? Bad logic? Scout asked suddenly. Yeah, that sounds right. Why do you sound worried? Because, Scout said slowly, the woman responsible for that finale is here now, in that ballroom with Garth. Oh. Taylor seemed to get it. A moan came from the laptop's speakers. Scout and Taylor looked at the screen, their eyes growing wide. Oh my God, gross! Taylor yelled. Scout closed the laptop quickly. Damn Duke's porn.